Top 10 Bible verses about divorce that will blow your mind. Malachi 2:16. The man who hates and divorces his wife, says the Lord, the God of Israel, does violence to the one he should protect, says the Lord Almighty. So be on your guard and do not be unfaithful. Key point. God expresses his disapproval of divorce and highlights the harm it causes. Matthew 19:6. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let not man separate. Key point. Marriage is a union established by God and should not be broken lightly. Matthew 5:31-32. It has been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. But I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife, except for sexual immorality, makes her the victim of adultery. Key point. Jesus permits divorce only in the case of sexual immorality. 1 Corinthians 7:10-11. To the married I give this command, not I, but the Lord. A wife must not separate from her husband, and a husband must not divorce his wife. Key point. Paul reinforces Jesus' teaching about the permanence of marriage. Deuteronomy 24:1-4. If a man marries a woman who becomes displeasing to him, and he writes her a certificate of divorce, he must not take her back after she has been defiled. Key point. The law regulated divorce but emphasized its seriousness and consequences. Mark 10:11-12. And he said to them, whoever divorces his wife and marries another commits adultery against her. Key point. Jesus strongly condemns divorce, followed by remarriage as adulterous. Luke 16:18. Anyone who divorces his wife and marries another woman commits adultery, and the man who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. Key point. Reinforces the idea that remarriage after divorce, without biblical grounds, constitutes adultery. Romans 7:2-3. By law, a married woman is bound to her husband as long as he is alive. But if her husband dies, she is released from that law and is not an adulteress if she marries another man. Key point. Marriage is intended to be lifelong, with death being the natural end. 1 Corinthians 7:15. But if the unbeliever leaves, let it be so. The brother or the sister is not bound in such circumstances. God has called us to live in peace. Key point. In cases of abandonment by an unbelieving spouse, the believer is not bound. Ephesians 5:31-32. For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This mystery is profound, and I am saying that it refers to Christ and the church. Key point. Marriage reflects the union between Christ and the church, emphasizing its sacredness. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Bible breakdowns just like this. Until next time, stay strong, stay hopeful, and stay rooted in the Word.